Okay, ladies, here is another Blind Girl Makeup Hack Mascara Edition. Tip 1, hack 1, start with a dry spoolie. You know, the thing is, when it comes to putting on our makeup, we're starting to use muscle memory, especially those of us who, or those of you who lost sight later in life or are losing your vision. We need to stop depending on our sight and start depending on muscle memory. So if you practice with just a dry spoolie, practice all different methods, whatever works for you, eventually that muscle memory will kick in and then you can move to an actual mascara wand. Another great tip, which I actually learned from another blind friend, is you can get travel size mascaras and then you have a shorter wand, so you don't have to worry about such a long lever. So I think that would actually make it a lot easier to apply as well. Okay, next tip. I use a small mirror. So this is one of those mirrors that has a small side and a large side. Now what I do is, instead of going like this, because it's harder to see my lashes, so a lot of you are probably used to old school way. If you had vision, you're used to looking straight ahead and looking at your lashes. That might be a problem right now, or starting to be a problem. So if you go look at it down like this, this is how I apply my makeup, my mascara. So I'm looking down at my lashes. I have room for my nose and the mascara wand because it's up here. If we're trying to look close enough to see, well, gosh, our nose is in the way, our wand is in the way, it's not gonna work. So I'm actually gonna show you how I do it. Give me 1 second. Okay, next tip I do is I clean the wand off a little bit, especially if it's newer. So I know a lot of women say that like they hit the tip of their nose, which I think you still do even if you see, but I often just wipe it off on the end, one less thing for me to think about, and then I will take a Kleenex and just give it a really light wipe so that I don't have that excess product, less chance for me to make a mess, okay? So I'm gonna show you how I actually apply my makeup, my mascara, so you can watch. So when I do it, I'm half watching the brush and half watching my lashes. Either way, I can get in there close. I can use the enlarged side of my mirror. And yeah, you know what? Sometimes I still poke myself, but I find this way is pretty effective. And left is weird because, you know, your hand gets in the way. So sometimes I watch my brush more on the left-hand side than I do on the right. Okay, so, and I mean, I did get a little bit right there. I don't know if that's a little like crumb, especially because this one's old. But anyways, generally speaking, that's a really easy way that I have found to do my mascara. And I do know like you can get different magnifiers. So even maybe get a stronger one. And again, start to move from depending on your vision to do it to depending on your muscle memory, because I promise you it will kick in just like everything else. Okay, so I hope that helps. Those are the things that I do. I'm also going to keep trying to think of new tips for you, but until then, like and follow to hear more blind girl makeup hacks and tips. I also have very specific training called Mirrorless Makeup, and those tutorials can be found on YouTube at Blind But Blended. They can also be found in a series and honestly right on my feed. Okay, you have questions, you DM, comment, let me know, and have a really great day.